Welcome to Abu Dhabi and the third and final day of competition of this year's Abu Dhabi Grand Slam, one of the International Judo Federation's premier events. Along with the spectacular white marble domes of the vast Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, Abu Dhabi's skyline is a mix of modern towers and shopping megacentres. We are in the IPIC Arena, where the final block features all the medal matches in the 5 heavier weight categories. And we're going to begin with the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 90 kilo category. That features Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. He's up against Alexander Roslyakov of Russia. And with commentary for this and all the medal matches, it's a very warm welcome to former world champion Loretta Cusack-Doyle.
Well, thank you very much, Sheldon, for that introduction. And here we're going to get started straight away with the under 90 kilos bronze medal final.
And now, please welcome the athletes in white judo for Azerbaijan.
Well, there he is, a bit of a, well, for me, unknown package, surprise package, and yet he's in a medal match.
Exactly, and you're looking back on where he is stated within Russian judo, and it's what, 12th position?
16th.
16th, it's gone down even more.
Number 16 on the Russian ranking list.
Well, I'm quite sure he's gone up a few notches since then when he's got this place now at a bronze medal final. And he's had a great performance throughout the day and has defeated some very interesting athletes.
He's shown us some nice judo, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. He's definitely got some real potential here.
Came up with a couple of thumping ippons earlier on. Beat the number 2 seed, Tot Christian of Hungary, and he absolutely clattered David Klamert of the Czech Republic in their quarter-final.
That was an outstanding performance there, and one that just really gave us the wake-up call. Well, look at that.
A case of the biter bit. He was about to bury Mediev, but yes. Mediev knew that was coming.
He set that up.
Yeah.
He actually set that up. And there's the shaking of the head, but he fell into the massive trap there.
Yeah, he got conned.
Yeah.
And you'll see it in this replay.
He knew exactly, that was calculated.
Yeah.
He bided his time, he knew that was coming, he read what was going to be on the books and took full advantage of that.
Well, he'd seen him earlier on, carrying out the exact same technique on Klamert.
You can see the highlights of this first bronze medal contest.
Stepped across the tie toss, she stopped. Oh.
Good reaction.
It was that left hand over the back that kept that control. If he'd had it tucked inside, he was a goner.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. He would have just flew.
Well, I can honestly say that I've never seen that counter to Uranaki.
Well, look at the way that he's turned his hand round, but he's also made sure that he's corrected him and planted him. He's actually given him a little thud down into the ground.
Well, that was over and done with in short time, wasn't it? We come now to the second of the bronze medal matches. Kormanshah Ustapirian of Tajikistan faces Zachary Burt of Canada. It's Ustapirian in the white judogi, Burt in blue.
Well, my favourite's got to be Burt. 24 years of age, both a similar age, the same grade, 69 wins to 26, and by upon 36 to 19. Well, there's just a lot of more experience there for Ustapirian. And but the way Zachary has been performing today, do you know what? My money's on this man.
The man in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
Well, Stopperion there just coming onto the mat, looking in that zone, as we'd say, very focused. Lovely Tai Toshi right into the Newaza, the Osakome. Well, goodness me, what's happening here in this weight category? Another sharp exchange. Oh, and what a turnaround. Whoa. We're talking about the Newaza again.
Bert,
there it is. Bert comes out straight away. And he look how comfortable he is down there. He really is putting him through the ringer. Definitely knows exactly where he's going and what he's doing. He's tying up that, look at the arm there on the belt. He's just got the ankles.
That was so close.
Hopefully the referee will see that there's still a lot of action going on there. There's no pause. Oh, well.
Just got the hands in there as well. Slowed him down. I'll tell you what.
Well, look at that turnover there.
Stopperion is not going to be in a hurry to get back down there.
Well,
he knows Bert's got some stuff.
He's got to realise now that that's his real strength, is in the Newaza. He caught Zachary Burke right at the beginning, a little bit cold, but he's definitely got a wake-up call there and came back fighting. So Sperioni now with one Wazari on the board. 2.5 minutes remaining in this contest. Sutemi Wazari comes over, controls very nicely, scores a Wazari, brings it right back into play. And back
Straight
into the Newaza.
He doesn't want to know now. Stoperion's up on his feet, he's gone.
He's no sooner down than he's up, cat-like, back onto his feet as quickly as he went down.
Double foot as well, double-footed.
Controlled that lovely.
He's such a nice guy as well. I spoke to him in the corridor. He was really, shy and retiring, but he's a little bit different.
All that action on the mat.
Yeah, different when he gets out in the middle.
Stepping across, he's looking for that Oso Tagari, but I think he can sense a bit of the counter. He goes into the Ouchi. I think what he's looking there is that Oso Tagari as he gets him to step back and switching it through with the Ouchi Gari. A good combination, we've seen that earlier on, but definitely White should be picking up a Shido soon. He's not really engaged too much.
He just slowed down, hasn't he? He's taking his foot off the gas.
I think he's got a little bit of a fright in that knee was, and now he's starting to back off. He's realised he's up here with a real contender. Can't underestimate him at all. I think he came out feeling that he had this one in the bag, but I think that all lasted 30 seconds.
Bert wants him down on the ground again, I think.
Well, Bert has got a nice strong sleeve grip. There's controlling him well. Well, just under a minute remaining, and it just seems to have flown past this.
And now he picks up a rather needless penalty there for
just for pushing away and breaking off the grips. So one Wazari apiece. We're into 40 seconds remaining in this contest. One Shido on the board for Bert. Trying to create an opportunity, comes round the back, he's got very good feet, and that's most probably will go.
Yeah. Well,
Stopperion, he hasn't really done too much, has he? He's been playing a bit of a waiting game out there ever since he had that sort of wrestling in the Newaza. It's I think it's really shook him up a little bit.
Yeah,
he's lost that confidence. He's lost that little bit of edge that we saw in the opening seconds of this contest. Oh, a lovely Koichi Gari, though. That was a nice opening there, lost opportunity. Now we're into the golden score. Well, this is a contest that could go either way. Favourite coming into this was Bert. Hopping in with the Uchimata, lovely attack.
In the middle this time.
Now here we go. There's the Niwaza from the very man that we said is quite tasty down there. And look, he's going through.
Yeah, could be the Shiwiwaza here.
He's going for both. He's got his eye on both at the moment, but that leg's starting to come out. He's tied up that head.
Yeah, foot's
Very
coming out here.
He's got it sewn in. That's it.
And the problem for Komracho Ustapirian, he's got to look out for the Shimiwazas. He's got to guard against that, but he's had to tap out.
He's tapped because the Shimiwaza was there. Well, fantastic. Well, the prediction came through. That was a nice contest indeed. And a very happy young man.
That is one of the hardest opponents in the under 90 kilo category to overcome. He's a very, very strong fighter, is Komracho Ustapirian. That's a terrific
powerful
win.
Definitely.
For Zachary Burt.
There was a lot in that match. There was all the tactics behind it, the technical expertise in the tachiwaza, and that Niwaza was really where Zachary Burt had the beatings of him.
Oh, well,
definitely, that Niwaza was the done deal for him.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And there's some highlights of that very match.
You can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
Well, we come now to the final of the under 90 kilo category. Nicolas Sherazadishvili of Spain faces Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. It's Sherazadishvili in the white judogi, Gviniashvili in blue. And with commentary on this one, here is Loretta.
Thank you, Sheldon. Well, a head-to-head, and Gviniashvili has obviously had 2 wins under his belt in this previous competitions. On paper, Gviniashvili, the stronger of the two, representing Georgia. Well, as we've seen so many times, and in this competition itself, this could just go anyway. Shiridashvili representing Spain in the white has been on form today. And here we have it, the final of the under 90 kilo category. Sherazadishvili in the white representing Spain, and Gviniashvili representing Georgia in blue. Well, there you have it, the cross grip. He's got that sleeve, he's trying to come round the back, but as soon as he grips up, he needs to use it. He's let the sleeve go, but the cross grip trying to draw the shoulder in so he can come round the back. Gets him closer to his opponent. Sherazadishvili really has to be wary of that. The Georgian loves the closeness. Very compact. As you've got the hips there, he lifts up, very powerful indeed. Well, Sherazadishvili really has to be careful on that cross. It looks more a defence against Beka coming through. As you can see, he's got that high collar grip there on the right. And there you've got it, the lift. Uranagi didn't get the rotation that he was hoping for, but definitely has the power to get that lift. Once more, crosses over, deployed to get that arm across the chest so he can catch that shoulder around the back with the right side. Very happy bunch of Georgians there watching on. Well, focusing there. The hip throw, Uchimata. Oh, yes! What a lovely attack there. Scoring a Wazari.
Well, he wanted to get close, didn't he, Gviniashvili? Unfortunately, he got too close.
Well, he made the mistake there, allowing the Spaniard to come right over the top, and with those long arms and the legs that go with it, look at the reach that he got and the rotation. He was so lucky not to have scored Ippon against him. And Makakomi, as he catches that elbow. One of the most strongest attacks from Gviniashvili. And now he's on the dynamics of this match has changed quite considerably. Once more. Oh! Yeah, Ippon! Well, wasn't sure if he landed on his back, but definitely a Wazari. Not sure if it's going to be downgraded, but from that angle it didn't look like he'd landed completely on his back. Let's have one more look. He came over the top, but that change of direction, the hand went down and he was able to get the hips through to reverse the attack. And Ippon is given another big upset in this weight category.
Not this time, Becca.
No, not this time at all. So Spain takes the gold medal and the title of Abu Dhabi Grand Slam champion.
Well, what we know about Becca Gviniashvili is he's only got one speed, and that's full on. It's all out attack. He set out his stall early. He was all over Sherazadishvili, and he just allowed himself to get into positions where a class fighter, as Sherazadishvili is, if they had something, could come back and score against him.
Yes.
And the two occasions when that happened, he took advantage of it.
Well, there you can see a real close-up. He hooked him with the Ouchigari. Then when he got the lift against him, you could feel the resistance and started... But the danger was that arm round the back. He still had control. And when he left the leg out, he switched his hips to square onto his partner when he was on that resistance.
Didn't we see something like that earlier on?
Yes, we
With
did.
the Azeri? So we've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Twice. That's slightly, more common, but the first time
And when
round
you're
was,
all arms and legs, like the Spaniard was, he is a danger, a real danger. And he's paid the price.
banged over today, aren't they? Right, we come now to the bronze medal contests in the under 78 kilo category. Erdelio Abigail of Hungary faces Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands. It's Erdelio in the white judogi, Steenhuis in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Frank Wolf of Germany. Here's Loretta.
Thank you. Erdelio.
In white for Hungary, the former European champion.
Well, there you have Steenhuis representing the Netherlands, coming in there, and she's definitely well focused and up for this contest. Last chance of a medal for both these athletes. Italy, you representing Hungary there in the white. Well, this is going to be a real battle between these young ladies. Here you've got it, the arm over the top, the Uchimata as she hops through. Well, we've seen this on every match that she has performed in. Like we said before, she's quite predictable, the Hungarian. Hasn't really changed over the years, her technique. She's just become a little bit more mature and confident in herself, but the techniques have still been there right from the beginning. She's tall, very elegant fighter, but makes it very awkward. She's got that left hand that seems to cause no end of problems for most of her opponents. But there you have that leg coming right over the side this time instead of into the middle.
Could have changed directions there. Steenhuis was just stuck.
Steenhuis there is trying to keep that left sleeve and tactically knows what she needs to do, but it's not all so easy, as so many competitors have felt that that is the tactic for keeping the arm down. But as we've seen with Abigail, she can come through with the Uchimata, and the arms are really not the thing that's effective, because a lot of the time there isn't power generated through the arms. The elbow's up in the air, she doesn't get the lift there. It's those hips and the reach, the flexibility that she has in those legs and the whole body committing to the technique. And that's where some fall short with it, because they feel by having that sleeve is what's going to stop her, and it doesn't. So Abigail taking across there, as you can see, hooking in. Steenhuis with the Ojigari, but that arm you see once more over deep, but she loses the contact there. Steenhuis with the Judo on the board, 2 minutes, we're at the halfway mark. Left hand over the top from the Hungarian. As you can see, she's trying to draw it over the top. She's got the sleeve, or the lapel at the moment, now deep in there, right over the top. She's hooking around that arm for the Makikomi. And picks up the second shoot. Picks up a shooter for wrapping right round the leg. It's not something I could do, to be honest, my little legs, but we built like that. I'm sure she can do a lot more. Once more, she throws that left hand and leaves herself wide open there. Steenhuis comes underneath, doesn't really get the rotation. John-Paul Bell there, as you can see, is the Dutch coach, a former British coach, now working with the Dutch team, has done for a few months now. Italy, you there coming over once more. Again, she's all arms and legs, and the Dutch girl, there you see it, they're hooking in. Starting to defend a little bit more now, and Steenhuis most probably pick up a Judo. She's been pretty quiet for about 30 seconds now, and needs to start engaging a little bit more. Tends to have been on the receiving end of the Hungarians' grips. As once more that left hand comes over the top, crosses over to the opposite side. Those long legs, hooking in with the Ouchi, looking a little bit scrappy and desperate out there at this moment. The Hungarian really didn't connect well on that last attack. But 18 seconds remaining, and it looking like this could go to golden score. Steenhuis, you see with that, once also the left but changes direction, and that was excellent change of direction. The first time that she's done it within this contest. She'd been going left and then switched it, using the ashiwas as her feet, and great rotation.
Right at the death.
Right at the end. You couldn't have placed that any better.
Disappointment
Yep.
for Abigail there, as she was about to take it into golden score. It was a useful little contest. Both players had picked up a penalty apiece, but everything was still in the balance. But well, she decided, nah, I'm going to finish this here.
Well, she'd be delighted with that.
You can see the highlights on the screen.
Well, there you have it, the change of direction. Abigail fell straight into the trap. Lovely execution of the attack, following through.
We come now to the second of the bronze medal contests, and this one features Antonio Shmeleva of Russia. She's up against Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. It's Shmeleva in the white judogi, Aguiar in blue.
Well, no head-to-head with these, but 23 to 26. First stands, both of these athletes wins 12 to 95, and Ippon's 6 to 58. Goodness me, well, there is a massive difference as far as competition and contests are concerned. But as we've seen in most of these weight categories today and on previous days, our top seeds don't always seem to come shining out on top.
The current world champion, Mayra Aguiar.
Aguiar of Brazil in the blue. And Shmeleva of Russia in the white.
Tessie Savalcool's in the plus 78 kilo category, is the only #1 seed who still has a chance of winning a gold medal here. All four of the others have fallen by the wayside.
The Uchimata is there from the Brazilian, hooking in straight away, looks very strong. Brazilian with that left hand on the lapel, controlling her opponent there. Needs to get looking for the right to connect. Just under 3 minutes in this contest left. The left hand starts to creep over the back. She blocks. Shmeleva there takes the first Shido. Has the height advantage in this contest. Very tall young lady, but all feet at the moment, and there you have the ashiwazas. And the Brazilian looking for the niwaza.
Single Judo against Shmileva. Really doesn't amount to a great deal at the moment.
No,
Got
not
half the contest still to come.
Aguirre just playing a bit of a waiting game. She's got a very strong grip. She's quite a powerful fighter. Very solid on her feet. It's going to be very difficult to move the Brazilian.
Yeah, she's showing some patience here, Aguirre, just waiting for the right time to launch.
It's that left hand that comes round the back, and she's just waiting. She's waiting for the Russian's legs to move forward. She's anticipating that Uchimata attack, and as she steps across to hit her just in front. But she's always also got that switch that when the leg comes forward, she'll come round the back for the Kosota. And the power that she has with that left hand that comes round the back is, there we have it, catching her and straight into the Osakome. We've seen that a few times. As soon as the forward attack, she just clips the ankles to the rear.
40 seconds is the time.
Uchimata, and there you have it, taking the supporting leg and now changing the dynamics of this match. She's now leading with the Wazari, and just under a minute remaining. We're coming up to the half a minute left now. Shimileva there, as you can see, in a little bit of trouble in the knee waza. Sure, the shimmy was, but she's looking for that arm lock. Well, there was a little bit of relief there from the coach, as we've seen, but a job done.
Well, it was coming into that last 40 seconds of the contest that Aguirre began to look as though she thought, well, okay, can't leave it any longer, got to get it finished here. She just stepped it up and managed to catch the Russian. A single score was all that was needed, and then she kind of coasted from there.
Bronze medalist in blue for Brazil, Maya Aguiar.
Well, she's obviously got a bit of a fan club going on there, and happy young lady just to be picking up that bronze medal after a real tough tournament it's been for her today.
You can see the highlights on the screen.
Well, they're quite a big group of Brazilians here in Abu Dhabi, and there were a number of them staying in our hotel. In fact, they had a big practice session out on the terrace one night, and one of our guys, you know, from the TV crew went and had a roll with them. He must have said, oh, you know, do you fancy coming into the venue and having a look? And obviously they did. There's the result. Packed stand over there full of the Brazilian supporters. It's that nice little left foot at the back,
Yeah.
just catching.
Just played a bit of a waiting game.
Right, we come now to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands faces Natalie Powell of Great Britain. It's Verkerk in the white judogi, Powell in blue.
Well, as you see, head-to-head, 5-2. Age 31 to 27, so there's not much in it. 111 wins to 80, 45 to 41 in Nippons. Well, it's very close on paper looking at them. This could be a real open battle here.
Dear friends, please welcome here, please. In white judo for the Netherlands.
John Young-chun of the Republic of Korea is the referee in the middle for this one.
And in blue judo for the
Well, there you have on the screens Powell from Great Britain and Verkerk from the Netherlands. Well, we've already seen Stenhus take the bronze medal in this weight category. And Natalie taking on the second Dutch girl here today. She had Stenhus in the semi-final for a place in the final. Scored a Wazari, but goodness me, it was touch and go at the end. Was sitting at the edge of our seats when the Shidos were getting handed out. So Verkerk picking up the first Shido this time. Natalie engaging with the grips, seems to be comfortable out there at this moment, trying to control the pace of this contest to suit herself. She doesn't like that right sleeve, but doing something about it at the moment. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in this contest. And she throws that left hand onto the right shoulder, but Verkerk brushes it off, taking Powell down to the ground. Doesn't seem to have much to offer in the Niwaza. The cross grip there, she's got over, nice left-handed grip, controlling that left sleeve of Verkerk. Gemma Howell there in the corner, teammate.
Trying to spur her on.
Well, Howell, as you can see with that left hand higher on that shoulder, strong, strong athlete she is. Seems to be a little bit apprehensive of engaging, following it through with the attack. And this was slightly the problem in the semi-final.
She did the little foot taps and the thinking about the Uchimata or Ojigaru have just made Verkerk just that little bit defensive. And now she's caused herself a problem because she's picked up 2 penalties with 1:50 left to go.
Well, the problem there is that left hand round the side, it's actually trapping Verkerk's right arm. And she doesn't want to engage too much by coming round the back because then the Uchimata is there. And she obviously senses the danger there. Natalie tactically doing really well. She's controlling, as you can see. She's got the most dominant grip. Both of them are doing very similar. They're just showing as if they're going to set something up and nothing happens. The little tap of the foot really isn't an engagement, but it's just to try and keep the referee at bay. And I think we're looking at another Shido, and if this is the case, it'll go to both. And Shido going to Natalie, and the last one and the final one goes to Verkerk, and a disqualification. So Natalie Powell takes the gold in the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. She'll be absolutely delighted with that.
You see, tactically, you have to say that Verkerk, that wasn't just the, committing an error, because there were 3 errors there. and you get three shots. How can you get to the final of a Grand Slam and then just allow yourself to be shidoed out of it? That's beyond me for a player of Fekirk's experience.
Well, it was that left sleeve that was causing her all problems. Fekirk couldn't get free. The head down. She was overpowered, totally dominated, tactically outplayed.
Yeah. That, I'm afraid, was not Fekirk's proudest moment. Right, let's go down to the far end of the competition hall to look at who we've got in the awarding ceremony lineup for the men in the under 90 kilo category. The bronze medals are being awarded first of all to Zachary Burt of Canada, and also to Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. Silver medal goes to Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. And the gold medal goes to Nicolas Sherazadishvili of Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Spain.
And now the national anthem of Spain. Burt and Mediev were the bronze medalist. Gviniashvili picked up the silver. It was Sherazadishvili who walked away with the gold medal.
Dear spectators, next contest, bronze medal contest for men under 100 kilo.
Right, we come now to the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category. Kirill Denisov of Russia faces Giuliano Lopacchio of Italy. It's Denisov in the white judogi, Lopacchio in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico.
Please welcome the athletes. In white judogi for Russia, this year World Championships bronze medalist. And 2015.
And there you have Lopacchio just coming onto our screen now, entering the field of play.
Italy, this year's Zagreb Grand Prix bronze medalist, Giuliano Lopacchio.
And there's Denisov of Russia in the white. Well, Denisov there, the left hand in deep on the lapel. Left to right, gripping. Lopacchio there with the right hand on the lapel, both opting for the same grips. Lopacchio trying to control that left hand from coming over. Got a slightly longer reach as it comes round the back onto the shoulder of the Russian. He's got that sleeve, trying to lure his opponent onto that hip. Well, tall reach there as he comes over the top, overstretching himself against the Italian. There's always a slight danger of that overreach, but the Uchimata's there and tries to come over the back. Once more, Denisov coming over. That left hand high up onto the collar. And the smaller of the two finds that he's overstretching there. Doesn't seem to be able to draw down on his opponent to bring him into his own height. Lopacchio comes round with that right, controlling the shoulder. Quite happy to allow the Russian to come through. A waiting game, a switch there, he shows to the front, tries to come round the back.
You know, if you're going to go, go.
It was just a show, wasn't it? He didn't commit on it, so that's given him a little bit of a warning. Oh, lovely Ashiwaza there. Well, swept the feet from under him.
He never really pounced on Lopacchio when they went to ground.
No,
to follow up in there, was he, you know?
You get that sense that he's looking for the big throw, isn't he? He's trying to set it up. He's as if he's luring him into a false sense of security here. He's not really played a major part in this match so far. He's not really shown him everything that he's got, I don't think, yet. Lopacchio there looking once more for that Uchimata. It was quite effective earlier on in the first minute of the match. He looks like he's in control there, but I'm not so sure. He's just got that height advantage that makes him look in a better position.
This is better now from...
Now Denisov is drawing him back. Now the size is starting to come back down as the head drops for the Italian. That's better for Denisov. Yeah, a bit of a touch on that foot, and the Koichi-gari there. He was lovely attack. He looks over at the scoreboard to see if it counted, and yes, it does. Now that's the danger of allowing that left hand to come inside. It can create the space to come across his opponent's body and to reach the leg furthest away, when there we have it, the Koichi-gari. And the timing was just perfect.
You get that last half minute.
Job well done.
Lopacchio not happy with himself.
Bronze medalist In white for Russia, Denisov.
So it's Denisov. Just that single score was enough to bring him the first of the bronze medals in the under 100 kilo category. We'll have some highlights and then we'll be back with more action.
Here's the highlights on the screen.
That Koichigari, as you could see, nicely executing the drive down on towards the head. Touches the leg, skips and comes in the inside. Nicely executed there. Nicely with the upper body control. And the winning ingredient was having that arm inside. Left the shoulder unblocked.
And now the second of the bronze medal matches. Peter Palchek, the Israeli representing the International Judo Federation here, faces Seryenix Miklos of Hungary. It's Palchek in the white judogi, Seryenix in blue.
Well, Seryenix obviously has had one win against his opponent, so that has got to give him a little bit more confidence, but statistically there's not much between them.
In white judogi, representing International Judo Federation, Peter Palchek. And in blue judogi, for Hungary, Ekaterinburg Grand Slam gold medalist, Seryenix Miklos.
Seryenix, the Grand Slam in Baku this year, took a bronze medal, a gold in Zagreb. So this year has been on form as far as competition is concerned, and been around the medals and in finals of Grand Slams and Grand Prix. Straight in there. Whoa, Palchek. No messing around. A Wazari up already in the opening 20 seconds of that contest starting. Cancun this year took a gold medal. Along with the European Open in Bucharest, a bronze. Oh, it just nicely controlled, reacted so well on the opening attack there. Now the Hungarian has really got to start stepping up into this contest. One minute gone now in this bronze medal final, with 3 minutes remaining for the Hungarian to try and make an impact. There's still plenty of time. As we know, he's got a lot of experience and the results to back that up. Palchek coming in again with the hips, knocking his opponent down into the ground and trying to look for an opening there in the Niwaza. And while doing that, the clock ticks away quite nicely. I think he's just looking busy there, but I don't think he really knows what he's doing at this particular moment. Seryenix there with the Aponsianagi.
Just on the way down, you know, he could have come up with a little foot tap just to see if he could unsettle Palchek. He'd rocked him with the Seoinage effort. Chance here, do you think?
Well, he's looking to see if he can get that arm out, but I'm not sure if Palchek expertise is in the Newaza. He's had a couple of opportunities, but didn't look like he knew in what direction to go there, other than looking busy and keeping the referee from calling the mate. Tactically, that's a good thing on its own if you're not that clever in the ground, but picks up a Shido for that poor attack there, as we'd seen. Well, 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining, and Palček still in the lead with that Wazari. He comes round the back. Sutemi Waza, Hungarian, now looking for a rotation, but as you can see, Palček trying to get that leg out, but he hasn't secured the upper part of the body yet, so even if he does manage to get out, again, another Sutemi Waza looking for the
on
arm
the
lock.
arm, yeah.
Oh, and he's got it as he... Oh. Well, he felt that one. Well, once more, another sign to say that Palček really isn't that streetwise down in the Newaza. Once more, he's down there.
Just to burn the clock.
And that's just a time waster, because he doesn't really know which direction to go, and it's a competent Newaza specialist would be over that, all over that like a rush. He would be in there, turned him and finishing him. Well, but it was enough. Palček takes the bronze medal for the IJF.
The Palček it is. Who comes up with a very hard-fought bronze medal. See, Yannick's gave him a few things to think about, mostly when they were on the ground.
Yep.
Bronze medalist in white, representing International Judo Federation.
Well, that's where Palček was vulnerable. That was his Achilles heel, was the Newaza, and he didn't really take advantage of that when he had the opportunity to go into using the Sutemi Wazas into the Newaza. He didn't really work in trying to capitalize on being down in the ground. Real upper body control there. Knocking the feet and rotating all the way round.
Well, no doubt he'll celebrate here. He'll celebrate when he...
Lovely grip as well. Look at that. So well controlled.
We come now to the final of the under 100 kilo category. Toma Nikiforov of Belgium faces Niaz Bilalov of Russia. It'll be Nikiforov in the white judogi, Bilalov in blue.
Well, neither of these have fought each other. 24 to 23 years of age. Grades are very similar. 73 wins to 33. 58 of them by Ippon. So Nikiforov, very experienced and competent athlete out there in this final.
From Egypt, Mr. Khaled
On paper, looks to have a slight advantage. And based on performance today, Nikiforov has been spot on with his performance and has fought and defeated some excellent athletes here today.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Bilalov copes with Nikiforov. Nikiforov has been around a good while now.
Well, it's a
At
lovely
this kind of
switch of
level.
direction there. That was very nice as well. Well, Bilalov just coming from Russia as well. Anyway, they've produced some strong athletes over the years. It's definitely a country that dominates within Europe. Oh, nice drop, Sianagi there. Scorner Wazari. And that puts Bilalov in the driving seat and changes the dynamics of this match quite considerably now. Nikiforov has got to be on a bit of a chasing game.
Two and a half minutes left to go. The single score up on the board for Bilalov. Russian leading here.
You see Bilalov there with that left hand on the lapel. He's trapping the right side of Nikiforov. But there it comes in with the Ippon Sianagi, trying to catch the back end of the leg there of the Russian. Bilalov falling into the Niwaza. Drops there. But as you see, that's the score we saw earlier on. Well, coming up to a minute and a half remaining in this contest. Bilalov looking for the Niwaza. Wasn't really much on offer for him. Patrick Grew there as one of the Russian coaches. Well, Nikiforov really has to start stepping it up a notch or two and piling on the pressure. Not sure. Oh, yes!
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Well, he fell into the bear trap there. Goodness me. Well, it'll be interesting to see how that came about. Didn't actually even see that one coming. And nor the referee's looking for a catch-up on that one.
Nothing to catch up about. Tapped him out.
It tapped him out, that's
Yeah.
it. Tapped him, tapped the mat.
He's only going to want to see about the leg, the use of the leg. Look how he grabs this leg and how it's why is he tapping out? This is what they're looking at now. Why has Niaz Bilalov tapped out?
Oh, right. Because of the leg. Hamstring.
Yeah, so that pressure,
Yeah.
you
looking
cannot
at-
apply the shimiwaza with that pressure on the leg stretched up towards the head.
Yeah.
Bound to tap out. And now
And
Bilalov.
there you've got Bilalov
Gives him
coming
some
right
back.
and gave straight into Ippon. Well, as they say, what goes around comes around.
Yeah. Well, they've got to get rid of the Belgian coach, first of all. Sort him out. That is our rule. Our rule is that the shimiwaza cannot be applied when the trapped leg is driven up towards the head, because we don't know what it is that you're tapping for then.
Yeah.
That's what happened there, and that's why the ippon was cancelled.
Well, a great win there for Russia. Bilalov takes the gold medal and the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam title. And there's the final departing of this contest. Nikiforov comes round the back, but really didn't get that leverage, which then became countered with the Ouchigari following through.
Right, we come
Good
now.
awareness there. That was good. Very interesting match indeed.
So that we come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 78 kilo category.
Dear spectators, the awarding ceremony for women under 78 kilo. The medals will be presented by Executive Director of CEFC China Energy Company Limited, Mr. Jiang Yang. Bronze medalists are for
Right,
Brazil,
the
Mayra
bronze
Aguiar,
medals
and
go
for the Netherlands, Krzysztof
first of all
Steenhuis.
to Mayra Aguiar of Brazil and to Krzysztof Steenhuis of the Netherlands.
Silver medalists representing the Netherlands, Marin de Verkeer.
The silver medal goes to
And gold
Marinda
medals for
Verkerk.
Great Britain, Natalie Powell.
But the gold medal goes to Natalie Powell of Great Britain.
By General Secretary of the Abu Dhabi Sport Council, His Excellency Araf El Awari. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Do you think they're going to be tears then? And now,
Well, from me, I think.
now the national anthem of Great Britain. Now it's all smiles from Natalie Powell as she takes her first ever Grand Slam gold medal. How's that then?
That sounds superb.
Top of the podium.
Lovely jubbly.
Bronze medals went to Aguiar and Steenhuis. There was a silver for Verkerk, but it was Powell who took the gold medal. Right, we've got more action for you now. We move to the plus 78 kilo category. The first of the bronze medals there features Beatriz Souza of Brazil. She's up against Ksenia Chibisova of Russia. It's Souza in the white judogi, Chibisova in blue.
Well, no head-to-head with these girls. 19 to 29, there's 10 years experience under the belt. And I wonder if that will make a difference. Well, she's here for a bronze medal, and she's fought and battled her way right to the top.
In white judogi, representing Brazil, double Pan-American champion, Beatriz Souza.
Souza there, as you can see her coming into the field of play.
Representing Russia, 3 times Grand Slam bronze medalist, Ksenia Chibisova.
Chibisova there representing Russia in the blue. Oh, what a start. Souza taking the lead there with a Wazari. Chibisova just caught real cold there on that opening seconds with the exchange of grips. Well, Souza, as you can see, really up for this match. Desperate to get her hands on that bronze medal. Once more a mistake there. And the Osokomi. But the Ippon's been called and it stays put. And Souza takes the bronze medal in the plus 78 kilo category.
Referee just wants to have a look to make sure. Yeah, done. Yep.
Yeah, no question about that.
Only needed to look at it once.
And a very happy 19-year-old from Brazil.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they, we've seen a second time here with a refereeing decision. I think what they're going to do is the referee, to be safe, gives his Ippon and then he immediately signals for the TV.
Yes.
Just to have a little look at it. But we know what his thoughts are, and he's either going to be overruled or he's going to be confirmed in his decision. But everybody knows that they're having a little bit of a look. Okay, Beatriz Souza takes the first of the bronze medals. Her teammate, by the way, is
just coming up now.
Is coming up, yeah. The Brazilians could walk away with a couple here.
Well,
Chibisova got herself into all sorts of trouble there. Off balance as she tries this.
Gosh, yeah.
She's going the completely wrong direction.
She just misjudged that completely.
Yeah. And you got
and
the
look
top.
At her lovely big smile there she has. That just says it all, doesn't it?
Souza's body is turning the top half of Chibisova, and Chibisova going the wrong way. Right, here is the second of the bronze medal contest then. Maria Suellen Altermann of Brazil faces Jasmin Kulbs of Germany. It's Altermann in the white judogi, Kulbs in blue.
Well, Thema 8 in the world ranking, Kulbs ranked 15. And again, both very evenly balanced as far as results and ability. So this could be a real opening for either one of these athletes to just step back a little bit further up the world ranking.
The referee in the middle for this one, is Vasily Smolin of Russia. There's Loretta again.
Athema World Championships back in 2014, silver medal, along with the World Championship silver medal back in Rio de Janeiro in 2013. last year took the gold medal here in Abu Dhabi. So, not the position she most probably came for. Was hoping possibly to repeat last year's result. But like anything, a medal here in these tournaments is vital to the world ranking and Olympic qualifications when it comes next year. Clubs, the European Championships back in 2015, second place. Has won Grand Slam medal already this year and silver medal. Athema, wonderful attack as she comes across. Owuzari scored there, the Makakomi. We'll see that again, that left hand that came straight over the top, then the arm down across her opponent's arm, drawing her and swinging her onto the back there for the Makakomi. Once again, she gets the left hand in the lapel. Not as confident this time as she falls onto her face. Klubs now has got some work to do. She's Owuzari down. She's still got plenty of time with 2.5 minutes remaining in this contest. Klub coming in with the Osota. Lost the other upper body control. A little bit dangerous there. She turned her back on her opponent. Athema was straight in there. Zillian once more gets that left hand on the lapel. Klub's coming over. Also with a left hand high on the collar to try and draw her opponent's head down. Trying to get that contact and the connection with the Makakomi that we've seen her attempt a couple of times now. Well, Shido goes to the Brazilian. Well, Athema has already seen her teammate take the other bronze medal, Souza. 1.5 minutes remaining. This time, Klub's taken the first grip, didn't keep it long enough. Athema once more with that left hand on the collar. Then on the back of the neck, drawing her opponent's head down. Piling on the pressure. German really looking uncomfortable there. Looking quite passive as well, and if she's not careful, we'll be picking up another Shido quite shortly. Looks for a Sasai and Hizuguruma. Her head underneath and finds herself caught up in that Makakomi again. Well, these girls just battling away here with 0.5 minute remaining, and only with the Owuzari on there and the Athena still in control of this contest and still in the lead. Klubs really has to try and do something special now if she wants to come back into this contest and any chance of taking a bronze medal. She attempts the Osotogari, but just lets go and walks away. So the body language is just not really looking like she's got much left to offer. Athema staying very strong out there, but as you can see, her head's caught up. But the bronze medal goes, and the second bronze medal goes to Brazil in the plus 78s.
Yep, as Loretta said, both of the bronze medals were picked up by the Brazilian heavyweights in this weight category. And it's a rather disappointing effort, unfortunately, from Yasmin Cools. I'm sure she can offer up, you know, something better than that. But on this occasion, didn't really come to the party, I'm afraid.
I like that saying, didn't come to the party.
Well, she had the invite.
Well, she had the invite. Maybe she'd come to the party, but she didn't actually have a carry-out.
So, Maria Suelen Altman of Brazil is the second bronze medal winner here. I think our team will have worked hard to pick out a few highlights from that one, but let's see what it is they've been able to unearth from there.
You can see the highlights of these bronze medal winners on the screen.
Well, it was the opening seconds of this contest, and there you have it. That was Ari, hooked in, just clipped the ankles. The upper body control was there. Continued to rotate as she went into the ground, scoring that one and only was Ari, and attack.
It's not a bad Makikomi, actually, you know, at the end of the day, when you look at the points that you've got to have for a Makikomi, she's pretty much gotten there. Got the arm across, the leg was out. The thing that she doesn't do is to take her opponent further away from her. She kind of just drops on one spot. Right, Tessie Savelcools of the Netherlands is up against Irina Kinzeska of Azerbaijan. It's the final of the plus 78 kilo category. It's Savelcools in the white judogi, Kinzeska in blue.
Well, Savelcool has a lot of wins under her belt comparing to her opponent. Ranking in the world very close to each other.
And now, please welcome the athletes in white judogi for the Netherlands. Organized at What Grand Slam this year, Tessie Savelcools. And in blue judogi for Azerbaijan, this year World Championships bronze medalist, Irina.
Referee in the middle for this one, Frank Wolf of Germany.
Well, Savelcool's there in the white gi. Kinzeska in the blue from Azerbaijan. Kinzeska there, as you can see, with both left and right, trying to throw that arm over the top. I don't think she knows quite sure which she's either left or right. Both hands went up there, one after another. Savelcools came underneath her, but looked like to hurt her thigh.
Looks as though she got dead-legged there.
A little bit of an ouch moment, but she seems to be okay right now as she's back up on her feet. Savelcool's slightly lighter than her opponent.
Best option here for Savelcools. Don't stand still.
Exactly, keep running.
With Irina Kinzeska.
Well, yeah, there's about 50 kilos of a difference between these ladies. Savelcool's one of the lighter athletes in the weight division.
Picked up a Shido, did Kinzeska. Now she's looking for the Makikomi. Got to get her head up and out of there, Savelcools.
Well, Kinzeska there, moved quite well. She actually had some pace about her with that split for all of about 15 seconds there.
Yeah.
She moved quite nicely, but it's been able to sustain that sort of action for longer periods of time.
Don't want to be on the receiving end of that Maki Komi, I'll tell you.
That was a
Sorry.
drop Sianagi, but she moved her, but then as soon as she entered in for the Sianagi, there was a pause. So she needs to have her opponent still travelling on to the Sianagi to have any opportunity of scoring from there. Kinzerska there trying what looked to be the Makakomi, but only really had the wrist to work off of. Needs to have a little bit more than that to get any success on that technique. Well, Savalkul's really battling away there, and I think she's finding the disadvantage of being that light comparing to her opponent an obstacle. And another, looks like another dead leg.
Half the contest gone, single Shido against Kinzerska at the moment. Most of the work having been done by Tessie Savalkals, to be honest. There have been a few attempts by Kinzerska at Maki Komi. Some of them have bordered on the force, but you've still got the single Shido against them. That's it.
And I think really for the Dutch girl, it's about staying very busy and putting the work in, getting the attacks in first, trying to avoid those Makakomis, because that's really the only danger. Using her feet, trying to break her balance, try to get her onto the rear rather than actually turning her back and bringing her forward. There's a lot of weight to try and travel over the top of you. You're better off just trying to knock her down to the rear. And she hasn't actually even attempted that yet. Now, because Savalkos has done so many drops forward, right now would be a good ploy to show forward and switch it to the rear and just try and lure opponent in a different direction. Well, again, Kinzerska working on those Makakomis with just over a minute remaining. The Ochigari, and there's the rear. That was a better option, and she looked so close there. Now, for me, this would be the tactics for the Dutch girl to play, rather than turning her back all the time. She's shown that Sianagi. Kinzerska knows that's coming. She knows that it's one of her favourite techniques, but catching the heels and sending her to the rear or even off to the side would be most probably now the best option.
Doesn't go for it here. Still persisting with the Sianagi, not able to come up with the combination that Loretta's talking about.
She's done so many drop Sianagis now, and she's not been close at all. But that was a better one. Kinzerska really has to now start putting a few attacks in herself. She's just been on the receiving end for some time and should be very soon picking up a Shido again.
Yep, there it is.
That's the second one now. Kinzerska has got. With 14 seconds remaining, it looks like this could go to golden score. Again, that didn't look very tidy at all, and not sure whether it'll give her the benefit of the doubt, but really it was a false attack, and it's looking like it. That's always the telltale sign, isn't it, of tidy the geese up and then award them with the penalties and the actual final decision.
Yeah, I think that she won't avoid picking up a penalty for that effort. That didn't warrant being called an attack. The doctor's already off. He's gone. The two coaches have gone.
Yeah, well, there it is. Gizeska takes the third and final Judo, and the win goes to Savukels of the Netherlands to become the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam champion of plus 78s.
And also second gold medal for team of the Netherlands here in Abu Dhabi Grand Slam 2017. Also congratulations for silver medal, Irina Gizeska, Azerbaijan. These are the highlights on the screen. The spectators, the awarding ceremony. For men under 100 kilo, the medals were represented by General Manager of Sports Division of Abu Dhabi.
We've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category now. The bronze medals go, first of all, to Peter Palchik, the Israeli representing the International Judo Federation here. Second bronze medal goes to Kirill Denisov of Russia. Silver medal goes to Toma Nikiforov of Belgium. And the gold medal goes to Niaz Bilalov of Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Russian Federation.
And now the national anthem of Russia.
Thank you very much. Family picture with IPIC and Judo.
Palchik and Denisov were the bronze medalists. Nikiforov, who looks detached at the moment, was the silver medalist, and Bilalov took the gold. We come to the first of the bronze medal contests in the plus 100 kilo category now. Benjamin Jimenez of Belgium faces Or Sasson, the Israeli representing the International Judo Federation here. It'll be Jimenez in the white judogi, Sasson in blue. And here with commentary on this one is Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Referee in the middle is Roland Poiger of Austria.
First time in a final block in the Grand Slam, Benjamin Jimenez. And in blue, representing...
Well, Sasson, as you can see, just coming into the field to play there, looking a very serious man indeed, as you could see him there on our screens. Very focused, and Magnez of Belgium in the white. Sasson representing the IJF in the blue. So this is plus 100 kilograms, bronze medal, first of the bronze medal finals. Well, Sasson looking the bigger of the two. Little drop Cianagi there from Sasson. Well, good opening for Sasson now find himself in the Niwaza, and Magnez looking for an opportunity to capitalize down in there. And Belgium coach trying to give some sound advice there for his athlete. A little bit of a battle going on here to try and dominate on the grips. Sasson, as you can see, with that right hand on the lapel, controlling quite nicely. Doesn't seem to be following through with an attack, though. He just seems to be trying to control Magnez, who tries to come in for what looked to be a Makokomi, but I think it was just a desperate act to try and break the grips of Sasson, and pays the penalty for it by picking up the first Shido. What a lovely drop, Cianagi. Just lost the control at the end. But the entry was just perfect. Well, Magnez there trying to throw that right hand high over on the collar, but as you can see, Sasson controlling that sleeve quite nicely there. And as he does, he works from that sleeve with the drop Cianagi, a good combination that he has, and to the frustration of Magnez, who's now picking up his second Shido, and still 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining in the contest. It's a long time to be out there and 2 penalties up, and there's the Sasai. Sodi there, good entry. Sasson now with a Wazari on the board, switches direction, he goes forward but takes it off to the side to score the Wazari. Sasson once more got that strong right hand lapel grip, controls very nicely, and as we know, he's got that Cianagi that comes off the end of that. Moves quite nicely around the contest area, trying to create an opportunity at the feet to start to move.
He's done enough as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, well, he's got 36 seconds, but he's worked quite nicely around the mat here.
He'll make it as difficult as possible for Jimenez, but what he won't do is to open up any further. Doesn't really need to.
Well, that right hand on the lapel is the winning ingredient for Sasson. He's controlled quite nicely, and when he takes that sleeve, it's more or less all over and done with for for Hogmegnes. So 11 seconds remaining. Sasson takes the second Judo, but with only seconds remaining, I don't think it'll make much of a difference unless he does something very silly right now. The Sasson takes the bronze medal.
Yeah, just the one slip from Sasson today. And then in that bronze medal contest, he just tidied things up and made sure that he wasn't going to make another mistake. He just had that slip in the semi-final against Maciej Szanaszki of Poland. But this time round, tidies things up to take the bronze medal. Let's have a look at the highlights and then we'll be back with the second of the bronze medal contests.
This is the second medal for Paul Sasson in a Grand Slam. You can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
We've got the second of the bronze medal contests coming up now. Alexander Vachaviak of Belarus faces Anton Krivobokov of Russia. It's Vachaviak in the white judogi, Krivobokov in blue.
And there you have the gentlemen in front of us here. Never fought each other, 29 to 24 years of age. Similar grade and 34 wins by Pont 14.
Referee in the middle for this one is Khalid Anwar Ali of Egypt.
Welcome the athletes in white judogi for Belarus. Last year Abu Dhabi Grand Slam silver medalist Alexander Vachaviak. And in blue judogi
Vachaviak in the white.
silver medalist Anton Krivobokov.
Krivobokov there in the blue, as we've just seen him on the screen, representing Russia. This is the second bronze medal coming up now with the plus 100 kilograms. Well, Krivobokov, one of the heaviest in this weight category. And for a big man, moves quite nicely in the opening seconds of this contest. Makikomi as he rotates, scoring a Wazari there.
Kamil Magomedov in the middle of that shot. The former athlete and now turned Russian coach. One of the
He's
Russian
doing a great job as well out there. Well, he's definitely a coach that you would listen to, isn't it? Wouldn't want to argue with him anyway. There's another attack, controlled nicely down into the ground now. Not sure if he's wanting to mess around in the knee waza.
Not with the turnovers. He has a kind of a dustbin turnover. It's not pretty, it's effective, but Looks as though he's tipping the bins out when he pulls it off.
I was going to look that up on the Gokyo dustbin turn.
Yeah. Well, we used to have it with the counter to Uchimata, didn't we? The dustbin turnover.
Yeah.
That was removed when we removed the hand to leg.
That's correct, yeah.
Now we just have it on the ground, you know. Tip them up. We'll see if Krivabokov employs that next time they go to ground.
Well, there's an Amakakomi, but the counter there from
that.
Krivabokov.
I like that. Brought him down onto his side, didn't he? Controlled him.
Played a bit of a waiting game there. It paid off. A Wazari now, the second one on the board for the Russian. Who's now looking to do a bit of a turnover, but I think the weight on the back's not going to be helping so much for that rotation.
No, he was getting in his own way there, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, that's right. The Makakomi came, but the counter was just as deep and much more successful.
Minute 20 odd left to go. 2 scores on the board for Anton Krivabokov. There's some work to do from Alexander Vachaviak, the Belarusian, if he's going to come back into this.
Well, Vachaviak has really struggled out here, and he's tried to have some sort of impact on his opponent, but it just seems like he's hitting a brick wall. But he controlled that quite nicely, and picks up a Wazari. And still 1 minute remaining. He's hanging on for dear life down there in the Niwaza as Russian tries to rotate, and he's got the Osakomi now. He just needs to plant the hips down, and there we have it.
No way out.
That's it. There's a lot of weight there on that shoulder.
All he needs is the one shoulder.
That's all he needs. And
you're not shifting 150 kilos.
And plus. Well, you can just see there by the body language of his opponent, he's not going anywhere, and the bronze medal goes home to Russia this time. Krivabokov takes that bronze, scoring the Ippon with the Osakomi, but also 2 Wazaris under the belt.
This is the second medal for Anton Krivabokov in a Grand Slam.
So we come up now to the final match of the day, but the finale, the final of the plus 100 kilograms. And there's some of the highlights of that bronze medal.
Right, coming up next, the final of the plus 100 kilo category. Cyril Marais of France faces Maciej Szanaszki of Poland. It's Marais in the white judogi, Szanaszki in blue.
Well, they've never fought each other. Same age, similar in grade. 126 wins, though, for Marais. 61 of them won by Ippon, but 50 there in statistics won by Ippon for his opponent.
The referee is from Georgia.
Saranic there for Poland in the blue. Marais representing France in white.
And now, let's welcome the athletes in white judogi for France. Rio Olympic Games bronze medalist, Cyril Marais. And in blue for Poland, first time in a Grand Slam final, Maciej Sarnacki.
Well, I wonder if Marais can have, not the day of his life, but a pretty good one anyway.
Well, he's already in that final, which has He's battled his way with the Koso to Gary there. Sanarik there of Poland, straight out for the attack. With a Wazari now, just in the opening 20 seconds of this contest. Well, that's a great start. Marit just caught cold in the exchange of grips. Didn't see that one coming. Look at the size difference between these two gentlemen. In fact, 15 kilos of a difference, but it's almost a head taller than his opponent. He turns his back on Saranik, and maybe not one of the wisest things. Well, for Marit, he's really got to first get hold of his opponent and start moving the big man. I think staying focused and looking at him rather than turning his back is most probably the safest option at this particular moment. There he comes in with the big harai. Straight into the Osakomi. Well, this is his Christmas come early. Well, the powerful Frenchman. And the clock ticks away nicely, and upon, and what a finish to a spectacular day of judo. Marit takes the gold for France and the title of the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam 2017.
Didn't see that one coming.
Well, I didn't think if he was going to win that he would be able to turn his back like that, to be honest. He's a big lad, Saranik, very strong with it, but some lovely moments there, as you can see them both celebrating their successes. Although one loses, but they still gain a medal of the silver.
Also, congratulations with silver medal,
And some time for celebration and the highlights of that very final. As you can see, turns, steps across. Beautifully executed. Harai, over he goes, controls nicely, finishes with the Osakomi, and he's not getting out of that. Well, most probably one of the best matches of the day is that last final.
Yeah, Marais was up against a couple of things here. First of all, he had the opposition to overcome, and okay, in this contest he managed to overcome it in style. But he snuck a couple of contests today. I'm not knocking him, but he's not the finished article in the plus 100 kilo category because he just moved up.
Yes, that's right. There's a lot to learn in this game here.
He certainly did the stuff there in the final. Can't take that away from him there. Right, let's have a look at the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. The medals are being presented there by the International Judo Federation competition manager, Dr. Lisa Allen. The first of the bronze medals goes to Maria Suelen Alterman of Brazil, and the second one to Beatriz Souza, also from Brazil. The silver medal goes to Irina Pinzeska of Azerbaijan. The gold medal goes to Tessie Savelcools of the Netherlands.
The prize money and flowers will be presented by Manager of Government Relations of the Al Qudra Holding, Mr. Sultan Saif Al-Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Netherlands.
And now the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Thank you very much. Family picture, IPIC and Judo.
Alderman and Souza were the bronze medalists. Kinzerska took the silver. Several calls was the gold medalist. We've got some highlights for you. And then we'll be back with the awarding ceremony in the plus 100 kilo category. So don't go anywhere as yet.
Dear spectators, please stay with us. We're waiting for the last awarding ceremony for men over 100 kilo. Dear spectators, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
Do is get a picture of you, myself and Mark.
Dear friends, please stay with us till the end of the last awarding ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. Dear friends, the last awarding ceremony for men over 100 kilo. The medals will be presented by the sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Armen Bakasov.
Right, let's have a look at the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. The bronze medals go first of all to Anton Krivobokov of Russia, and also to Or Sasson, the Israeli, who is here representing the International Judo Federation. Silver medal goes to Maciej Czarnecki of Poland. And the gold medal goes to Cyril Marais of France. Medals are being presented by IJF Sport Director, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov.
Mr. Ahmed Al-Kuwaisi. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of France.
And now the national anthem of France.
Thank you very much.
Krivobokov and Sasson were the gold medalists. Sorry, the bronze medalists. You only get one gold. Czarnecki took the silver, and it was Marais who took the one gold available, trying to invent something. Yeah. Well, the medal table ended up with Russia at the top. They took 3. The Netherlands took 2 gold medals, as did Mongolia. And then there were gold medals too for Great Britain, Belgium, 1 for the IJF, Spain, Italy, France, and Sweden. We were delighted to be able to bring you this broadcast from Abu Dhabi. But from Loretta Cusack-Doyle and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.